Hello Hornby fans and welcome to the final episode of Signalbox in 2019. It's been a bumper year here at Hornby, full of new models, new developments and exciting events. So we thought we'd take a look back at some of our favourite parts of 2019. I'm Mike, we're Hornby, and welcome to Signalbox.
We couldn't start off without mentioning the brilliant engine shed. Kicking off the year with a rundown of our 2019 range, including the Princess Royal, the Peckett B2 and the Bullied 59 coaches. Throughout the next few months, Engine Shed brought you plenty more development news, including looking at the new analogue controller, the USA Tour Flying Scotsman and even a special look at the River Rossi Big Boy. March was a big one for Hornby as we were featured in the BBC4 documentary Big Trouble in Model Britain, following a year in the lives of the employees at Hornby. March also marked a return to Margate as we moved our offices back to their ancestral home alongside the Visitors Centre.
Coming home, brilliant. I'd like to, excuse me, I get very emotional.
It's about people, it's about product. If you have the right people, you can create the right products. We've got the right people, we're now creating the right product. There's a Welsh word called hwyl, and it means passion in your heart. There's no English translation, but what it means is that. So when we talk about new products and new things that are happening, I feel that passion today in our business. I feel it with the people that were here. People, product, great relationships, passion.
All of you who are going to be working here, welcome back. Those friends, family and customers, I hope there are some here, who are supporting us this morning. Thank you so much for being here. It matters a very, very great deal. Okay, right, 1, 2, 3.
What Hornby lost 5 years ago, when it moved away from here, it lost its heart. Hornby belongs in Margate. This is where we belong. Coming back here is a huge move for the company, but it's something that gives us a heart. And with that heart, when the people come back to this building, that heart's going to start beating, it's going to start pumping. And we're going to frighten people out there with what we do. Hornby's going to drive forward, and the difficult times that we've seen, and we'll still go through those hard times, those difficult times will be behind us. So thank you so much for coming here today and sharing this moment with us.
May saw the debut of Signalbox coinciding with our mid-year announcements full of great products, most notably the inclusion of the Terriers and our Coca-Cola tank wagon and box van. Since then it's been full steam ahead with 6 episodes of Signalbox.
Hello Hornby fans and welcome to Signalbox. Welcome to another episode of Signalbox. Welcome to another episode of Signalbox. I'm Mike, we're Hornby, and this is Signalbox.
Being in Margate, you know, we travel at St Pancras and we see these on the platforms, etc. And I always look and I'm always looking, I think, yeah, you know, we got this right. You know, the shape is right and all the rest of it. For a model with the centre coaches going around a layout, it really, really does look the part. It is one of those models that, because we've had it in the range before, it tends to get probably overlooked. But I just would like to draw people's attention to, as I say, the sharpness of the actual livery and how we've really captured it on the model. Because the Eurostar was being produced by 3 different railway companies, the French, the Belgian, and obviously the British, we had enormous problems trying to get the information out of them, because it really was, nobody was talking to anybody. But then Richard Branson became involved. So I picked up the phone and got through to Richard Branson's office. Said, I'd like to come talk about the Eurostar because we need some help. Got invited to his offices / home in Holland Park, where I met the man, and I always remember he looked at it and said, "Oh yes, this looks great fun," and I probably had his attention. I'll give for about 5 minutes, and then he was off. But yeah, as I say, from then through, it's always been good.
In August, we had our first live stream covering the open weekend in partnership with Locomotive Storage and the 1-to-1 collection.
How long did the layout take you all told?
This one took 9 months to build in total. It's a mixture of also recycled parts, so I like to make do amends. So the trench walls are also made from coffee stirrers and other bits and pieces. And my daytime job currently is as bar staff.
Right.
So things like the spent artillery shells by the artillery gun are actually drinking straws.
Really?
Yeah, drinking straws.
That's what I find so amazing about it, is that you just wouldn't know those, and it sounds silly, but to not know those things is a good thing, I suppose.
Yeah, it's amazing really what you could do, and it just shows that you could build a great looking model railway, but with just things to have to hand that otherwise would go to waste.
Made loads, I believe there was over 500 made, and they were all over the world. India, everywhere like that. Wherever there was a railway, I believe there's one of these. But fantastic little things. I would have loved having a crack at one of these. It would have been great fun.
We'll get you in the front.
Oh yes, please. Stand back.
So this weekend is a very special one for Locomotive Storage, and presumably for yourself as well, as someone who's worked on the rails. How does it feel for you to be a part of this event?
Well, after meeting Frank, and he was telling me about this, and then when I said I was an ex-train driver, and we just sort of clicked, and he invited me along to say, would you like to help and volunteer and everything like that, and I said, oh, it's in the blood. I said I can't stop myself, and I have enjoyed every minute when I do come out here. I have enjoyed every minute of it, to see these things really up close. I mean, it's something else, and members of the public, when they do come to see this and everything, you're not going to get much closer than this. Shame they're not in steam, but then again, but you're not going to get much better. It's so, and you are so close to it, and it's like actually being in a loco shed. It really is like being in a shed, so it really is fantastic. And
This year marked the second series of the Great Model Railway Challenge, and we followed the show with a weekly roundup of all the modelling fun.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Before we start, I'd just like to say congratulations, well done, made it through to the finals.
Yeah, it's really surreal actually being going into the finals now, and not only that, but coming first in our semi-final was pretty damn awesome. It was.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a really great episode, and I'd like to ask you a few questions about sort of how the layout build went. So first of all, what made you decide on the theme?
So we thought of a considerable number of items, including actually layout themes that the other teams had done, both James Bond and James Bond and Harry Potter. But in the end, we settled on Jurassic Park. It's a staple. It's actually got a bit of history in me as well. So when Jurassic Park first aired in premiered back in the early 90s. It aired not only in New York and London, but it also aired in my premiered in my hometown of Carmarthen. It did. Which was an absolutely ludicrous story. It was a charity event, things like that. But so we thought Jurassic Park was really fitting for that, and it allowed us to do things that would be very entertaining, especially with animations, a key part of that layout.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really impressive layout, lots of stuff going on. was the most challenging part of the build?
So the really challenging part of that build was the radio-controlled vehicles that we were using, because we had to make them from scratch. We basically fitted them with RC equipment, and we put some. We had to fabricate wheels using some narrow gauge wheels, and because the flanges were so small, we found that they would easily derail on point where there were sharp bends, which you saw in the episode with the incline going down. There's a bit of a kink in there, which made it more difficult. And also, actually plastering that into a road was difficult, because I'd never done anything like that before. I've never done like plastered roads or anything. So doing it with track as well, and making sure that the track was clear for the vehicle to run along was crucial to making that work perfectly. And fortunately, when it came to the demonstration, it worked flawlessly, and it was very touch and go otherwise.
Yeah, no, you definitely pulled out of the bag. So in terms of your highlight for the episode and the layout build, what was that?
I think it was just the actual demonstration itself, because it went through absolutely perfectly. We had so much fun doing it. There was a narration to this kind of demonstration. It wasn't just, oh, here's a bunch of animations and things. It was, here's a story from start to end, and we really enjoyed that. We had the gift items that you see. We also had some flyers with all of the animations listed on there that Charlie had designed and printed. And we had that inflatable dinosaur costume, thanks to my works with the University Students' Union for lending us that costume for the event. Just all kind of pulled it together into this really fun show, more than just it being a model railway. We wanted to, it's a TV program first. We just want to entertain everyone as much as we can, and we spent a lot of time thinking, how can we make this as entertaining as possible, make it a blockbuster of a layout.
It was very theatrical. I loved that there was lots going on. It wasn't like there was just one thing moving in one area and another thing in another area. It was all very interactive, which I really enjoyed. I particularly enjoyed the T-Rex eating the Maltesers out of the wagon. I'm guessing you went through quite a lot of Maltesers in that build.
We did 2 takes. So Steve, from the heat, was hiding sweets all over the place. So we wanted to do that again this time. And me and Tim were doing the segment. We were like, oh, let's put them in the wagon. So we grabbed one of his bags of Maltesers, and we went through the whole pack doing takes on that. We didn't. At the end, Steve was like, well, those were for me.
Oh, wow. I'm guessing you're a Maltesers now then.
So, yeah, it was quite a lot of Maltesers eaten at that point. But yeah, it was really good fun. Demos were really great, and just showing off lots of elements that we had. And they're very cohesive as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. And the scratch build challenge, how did you find that?
I think, the scratch build challenge was really odd. When we first saw the items, Charlie had no idea for the first hour what on earth he was going to do with these items, but he absolutely knocked it out of the park with the bottle, using the liquid, reducing the liquid with water to make this ambery kind of colour. Put the skeleton, and there was just a stroke of genius. And then we were also looking at the eyelash build. Well, let's not use it as a part for a scenic build, but use it more of a functional build. You don't see it, obviously. And we then incorporated that into the pivoting neck or the Triceratops that we put in. And obviously, I think that was what really pushed us over the line then compared to the other teams.
Yeah, I think the dinosaur and the plant bottle with the liquid was a really, really impressive point. I was very, very shocked and very impressed to see that.
Yeah.
So next week on Saturday we've got the finals. You're going to be there. Are you excited?
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting watching that. It was one of the biggest challenges of the lot. We really went big on it. I mean, the tech we put in Jurassic Park was some pretty high-end stuff, but what we put into this next layout is absolutely ludicrous. It is there's stuff in there that just goes completely above and beyond the scope of this competition, really. And we hope that everyone who sees it enjoys it and really sees it for what it is, which is a case of innovating and producing things that are just amazing and fun and interactive, because that is what we've always been about. The thing I hope is that there's a bit more from Richard Ballon and Richard Dalacamp from our team, because so far they haven't had screen time compared to the rest of the team. So hopefully this next episode they get a bit more there, because they did so much to make all these 3 layouts come to life, both scenically and interactively, with Richard doing a lot of weathering work and the other one doing lots of the rock faces, the Call of Brass, all that stuff. He's absolutely brilliant with that. And then got tons of weathering. I mean, the entrance gate done by Richard Dalacamp, it was absolutely superb. Did a really good job of making that look very much like from the film. And there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff next week. Hopefully we get it all on the show and nothing gets cut out this time.
We've no doubt you've got your favourite models from this past year, but I wanted to pick out my top 3 models from this year's range. First up is the Stepney Terrier, a beautiful colour and brilliantly detailed. This was without a doubt a standout model for 2019. Next up is the Hogwarts Express. As I found the films, it was great to see this loco added to our lineup, and it did not disappoint. It's a great model and is the perfect way to pay homage to this hugely popular franchise. Finally, my top model for this year has to be the LNER A4 Class Bittern. Not only is the model itself stunningly detailed and beautifully packaged, but for me, having the chance to experience the full-size locomotive was a special moment. To see full-size along scale model really showed me the joys of model railways. What were your top models of 2019? Let me know in the comments below.
So there we are, an exciting year for us here at Hornby. But what were your favourite parts of 2019? Let us know in the comments below. And with a new year and a new decade brings some exciting developments here at Hornby, because next year marks our centenary year. 100 years is a huge milestone for any company, and we wanted to celebrate with you at home. So next year we'll have lots of special things for you, so keep your eyes out for that. We're kicking everything off with our 2020 range launch on the 6th of January. And it wouldn't be Signal Box without us bringing you a special edition. So join me here on YouTube at 7 PM on the 6th of January for a special Signal Box range launch episode. And let me know in the comments below what you're hoping for in our 2020 range. There's nothing left to say but Happy New Year from everyone here at Hornby, and from me personally, thank you to you all for watching and supporting Signal Box. It's been great to get to know you and meet some of you at the event, so hopefully that will continue in 2020. For now though, thanks for watching. I'm Mike, you've been great, and I'll see you at the next stop.